Welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. I've just come down to the allotment site. I haven't been down for a couple of weeks. It's Wednesday lunchtime, and I think we've struck allotment in gold. We've had a big delivery of wood chips. Smells really fresh. I think it's literally just been dumped off. But yeah, that's a exciting thing to an allotmenter to notice. In fact, it's still steaming. I just noticed off the top. So it must be very, very fresh. Yeah, I think we'll, if I get time, I'll get a barrow and get a few loads of that to top the paths up. Yeah, and I'll walk down to the allotment and have a look and show you around. So I've just wandered down to the plot to have a little look around, see how everything is. And there's a couple of things I want to do today. We've had about a week where we've had snow. We had snow last a week ago Sunday, and it stayed on the ground for almost 7 days, almost completely unmelted. So I hadn't been down for a couple of weeks, and it's still pretty cold, although it's warmed up considerably from what it was. So yeah, thought I'd come down and have a check over just before Christmas, and I want to pull up some more potatoes. Yesterday we dug up a bed at home. We had a variety called Rudolph, which are red. So we dug that bed up, and they were really amazing potatoes. Actually, they're massive. They're much bigger than anything else we've grown this year. They're really good for jacket potatoes, I think. Not so good for roasting. We made some chips out of some of them, and they weren't quite so good. They didn't sort of crisp up as nicely. So I think we'll use them for jacket potatoes over the next month or so, couple of months. There was a really good quantity there, so I'll grow them again, but definitely mix with other stuff. I think Charlottes were our favourite this year so far. But yeah, I brought down a tray. We've still got the 4 beds across the back to dig up, so we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 across there. So I'll dig up, perhaps start over here, dig this one up and see how many are in there. I might do 2, we'll see what comes out. We've sort of pretty much at the end of the other ones that we dug up, the non-Rudolph ones. So yeah, so that's lasted us. So we had 4, sort of probably 8 beds worth that we've got through since June. So these 2 long beds and those 4 beds. So we've eaten all the potatoes that have come out of them pretty much. We're just left with a few little tiny ones that are starting to sprout. So yeah, dig some more potatoes up today. If I get time, I'm on my lunch hour, so I've only got an hour. If I've got time, I might get some of that bark, just chuck it on some of these paths. Hopefully there was quite a big pile, so hopefully some of that will be there after Christmas, and I can come back down on one of our free days and get some more. But yeah, it's worth grabbing while it's there. It's a good resource. Around the rest of the plot, so the bed on the left here has only got the leeks left in it now, which is sort of falling over a bit, but they still look pretty good. So I'll leave them in for now. This bed on the right, we've got onions in here, red onions, and they look okay. Sort of look like they've been, some of them might have been nibbled a little bit, but mostly okay. Let's see how we get on with them. Garlic, we've got 2 beds of garlic. This one seems to be doing pretty well. They look pretty nice, considering it's had all that snow and everything on it. The other bed's not so good. I don't know if anything's got in there and eaten any of it. I think I did plant this one later. I can't remember which way around I did them now. But yeah, certainly we've got some good garlic growing, so happy with that. These 2 beds had broad beans in. I can't see anything coming up as yet, but it has been very cold. So we'll see if they come up. Bit of a sort of try it and see. If they don't come up over winter, we'll sow some more in February. I did put some fencing around it this year. Last year they just got completely eaten and didn't come to anything in winter. But I had some seeds, so I thought I'd try it. Back we've got our potatoes. Our chard has really taken a beating from that snow. It's all gone to mush. So ideally I could do a clearing off some of those, although I can see some fresh shoots on some of it, so you never know, it might come back. Might get a bit more out of it. Leeks, still some good leeks in there. There's a lot of leeks still in there. They're sort of all fallen over. I guess that snow and ice has not done them much good, but I think they're all right still be usable for a while. The 2 beds at the back here are empty. Over the other side, so the other side's pretty much dormant. All of this is empty. We did do green manure in those 2 and those 2, which is a few little bits I think coming up. It's hard to tell if there's weeds or green manure. A few little tiny sprouts. Yeah, we'll see if any of that comes up. It was a little bit late planting some of that, so bit of a chance. But again, I had the seed, so it was worth a go. And then yeah, just the raspberries sort of died off now. I'll cut them back in February. And the strawberries, yeah, just sort of chilling over there. I'll give them a clean up sort of start of the year when it starts to warm up, and move some around, keep it nice and tidy. It's quite nice to see that the plot over the back here has been taken over by someone's got another plot here actually, and she's done a lot of work on it in the last few weeks. See, she's tidied it up a lot, so nice to see that look a bit fresher. So yeah, better get on with some jobs. So first up, I'm going to grab, got my box over here, this tray. I'll start digging up these potatoes. I normally just do it by hand, but I might grab a spade out just to help in this sort of cold soil. Yeah, and I'll just pull up this bed, see how many I get, and if there's not much, I'll put up the next one as well. See how well they're fared. See, they were main crop. I'm not sure I think they might have been King Edwards, if my memory serves me right. So yeah, we'll see how well we did with them. I think our first earlies were the best we grew this year, really, the Charlottes. But yeah, let's get them out of the ground and see how they look. So I've cleared the first bed, and as suspected, I got a few good potatoes. A little bit out of this bun, but I have got this very large pile of not great potatoes. So some of them have been eaten, mouse or something. We've got quite a few like that. I know one of the other plot holders has lost all their potatoes this year, so we've done pretty well compared to a lot of people. A lot of these are quite soft, so I don't know if it's where they've been frozen. Maybe they've got too cold, but yeah, they're just sort of soft to the touch, so they don't look very nice. And some of them are starting to grow again. Obviously, it was quite hot through October, November. It's much warmer than it should have been, so storing them in the soil hasn't worked as well this year. But yeah, that's what we've got for the first bed. So I'm going to go on to the next bed and see what we can get out of there. I've got bed 2 dug over, and unfortunately a similar story. I've got a few more potatoes, but thrown away over half, probably 3/4. So yeah, got a few more. I've left these ones way too late, I think, this year, so a lesson for next year. Loads more have been eaten, and unfortunately it's absolutely chucking it down now. It's really raining. I wanted to get this done today because it's nearly Christmas, and I won't have a chance to come down for the rest of the week. And we wanted these for Christmas, really. Although we've got quite a lot there. I might just get soaked and do one more bed. Yeah, see how we get on. Bed 3 cleared. It's eased off the rain slightly now, but it's still rather wet down here. So these were slightly better. These were second early Maris Piper potatoes. I sort of ended up mixing them up down this end with whatever I had left. So that was a bit better. I still threw away a few that were eaten, a few that were soft, but there was some good potatoes in there, including this absolutely massive one. So yeah, a bit more pleased with that. They seem to do a bit better. So I've just got about enough time just to clear that last bed, I think. I'll get that up, at least then we can see what we've got, the sort of final count for the year on potatoes. So that's the 4th bed cleared out. I'll probably go through it again another day when it's not chucking it now with rain, and just get out all the little tiny ones that will regrow, and clear it up a bit. But that's pretty good for today. I think I've got pretty much everything out. So I've cleared the four beds at the back. That's all the potatoes dug now on our plots and at home. Got quite a few good ones out of there. Wasn't too bad. It's better than some of the other ones. Not as many as I'd like. We lost quite a lot. There's a few that were sort of growing, that had gone green or very soft. I don't know if that's because they were sort of too old, or if it's because they got really cold and then really hot. Few that were not so many eaten in these 2 beds as the first 2. So it's kind of interesting where the mice were. I think these 2 beds have got a bit more soil in. So they might have done better because it was a bit deeper, kept them warmer. I do want to try and top these beds up a lot next year. Yeah, but that's what we've got this year. So that'll see us through the next month or more. Along with we've got probably that amount or a bit more of the red Rudolph ones. Probably a little bit more actually. So yeah, so we've got half a crate full still to go through. So it'll keep us going for a little while. It's pretty good. Not quite the year I was aiming for. So yeah, next year we'll have to try a bit harder, get a few more beds going. Yeah, but that's what it looks probably the last time I'll come down this year. Maybe I might come down after Christmas in that gap. I've got sort of the gap between Christmas and New Year off. So if the weather's okay, I might come down, potter about for a bit. But yeah, not much going on at the moment, really. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed having a little Christmas look at the allotment. Just the leeks and chard, if it survives, left in the plot now. So we've got the onions and garlic that's starting off for next year, but that'll be next summer when we harvest them, next sort of June I think. But yeah, we've got plenty of leeks if we need them. Yeah, so hope you all have a really nice Christmas, get some rest and presents and things, and yeah, I shall get back to work now. It's time to go back home. And ironically, it's pretty much stopping raining now. But yeah, hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you next year.